Okay, we are going to call today's meeting of the Rules and Open Government Committee to order at 2 o'clock. Let's start with roll.
Davis, absent. Jimenez.
Present.
Kamei. Foley.
Here.
Cohen.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, we have no meeting scheduled for next week, so we will review the agenda for the Tuesday, November 28th meeting. Meeting is scheduled for a 9:30 closed session, 1:30 regular session, and a cancellation of the evening session. Ceremonials are on page 5. Consent starts on page 6. Continues on page 7, 8. Nine, 10, 11, and ends on page 12. Section 3, we have the IGR report, the 2024 legislative priorities, and a summary vacation of a portion of North San Pedro Street. Nothing in Section 4. Section 5, grant agreements for One Bay Area grant acceptance. Section 6, an amendment to the agreement for long-term renewable energy. Nothing in 7. Section 8, we have agreements with Santa Clara County Housing Authority. Actions related to programs serving homeless. Nothing in Section 9, and we have a land use consent that is going to be heard immediately after consent. So let's go, we also have a regular consent item noticed for the afternoon. I guess actually the 10.1 consent for land uses will be heard at the end of the meeting before 10.2. Let's go to see if we have any public comment.
Paul? Paul didn't unmute his mic. Back to the committee.
All right. Any questions on this agenda or a motion?
Move approval. Second.
Whoops. I've got to get to the right screen here. See. Oh, yeah, you have a hand up. Councilmember Foley.
I have a couple of questions. One relating to item 3.5. Is that an item that we could move to consent? It's the summary vacation of a portion of North Pedro Street, or is there a reason it needs to be on the open forum?
Councilmember Kevin Fisher, Assistant City Attorney. Because it's a public hearing, it needs to be under the threes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. The other question I had, same question related to 6.1 regarding amendment to an agreement for long-term renewable energy. Is it possible to move it to consent? We look at these all the time and often don't have much of a discussion on that. Is it possible to move that one?
Yes, Councilmember, it is. We have a line just on financial value, so the reason why it went on regular is because it's $8.2 million. So I think you can elect to switch it to consent if you'd like.
I think we have that option as a Rules Committee to move it, but I think right now we're talking about a $5 million cap on things that automatically go on consent.
Correct, Chair.
But this is a relatively small item when it comes to our long-term energy contracts.
It is. So
so there was a motion and a second already to approve, so you want to make a...
So would you, the maker, consider a friendly amendment moving 6.1 to the consent calendar? Someone can always pull it off at that point if they want to.
Yeah, I guess in this situation, I could understand, moving it. I do think that it is important to maintain those values, thresholds, because once you get above a certain amount, it is important to be able to have public comment. But I would accept that.
Well, it doesn't, having it on consent doesn't remove the ability of the public to comment. they can always
That's
comment
true.
under the
That's true.
under the consent. And a council member could also pull it. I'm just looking at ways of things that we approve and see on a regular basis, this being one of them, that might be something we could move over to consent. But
That's fine,
okay.
that's fine.
But at no point is is the public prohibited from commenting on it under the consent.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Is that okay with the seconder?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking at the Horizon report and see a couple of items that I don't see on the agenda, and I just wanted to know. One is the flame settlement. Is that not ready to come? I mean, it's scheduled. We don't know. Oh, okay.
Councilmember, we can check on that. I know we've been working on it, and I thought it was on the horizon as well, but we'll check on that.
Unless it's on consent and I'm missing it. But I was scanning through and I didn't see it in there. Same thing is true of the, I think the Capital Caltrain Urban Village Plan. Is that the one that's on land use? Oh, yeah, that is, okay, that's on land use. So it's just the Flames one that may or may not be showing up. I'm just following this because I see the meetings getting really busy as we move on, and I want to make sure we don't delay something and then make another meeting even longer, so.
Yes, Chair. I'm checking on Flames. We had an update this morning. I think the conversations are continuing, but we'll follow up on that one just on detail, but I don't have enough information to share.
Usually we'd have another rules meeting to add something, and we don't next week.
Yeah.
So it's, I just want to make sure that we get everything on there. Okay, well, we have a motion in a second, so let's vote. All right, the motion carries 4-0. Davis is absent. That brings us to our rules consent calendar. And today we have 5 items on consent, so we'll start with public comment.
Blair?
Hi, Blair Beekman here. Thanks for the meeting today. An interesting public record letters this week. It was interest to myself to look for a neutral choice in how to address the future of Israel and Gaza. Thank you. To bring that to our local issues, a few words from myself. In California and the U.S., I think local U.S. communities are learning ways to address our better ideals in the time of war, in this time of war and with national security fears. After 20 years since 9/11 and its state-sponsored terrorism, the birth of COVID-19, and with California wildfires, with Israel-Gaza issues, I'm hopeful we are learning in this country at this time how to less fall into the bad patterns of a wartime democracy and its needs of continual hiddenness and secrecy. Responsible good reasoning, accountability, and good civil protections and open shared dialogue are the guidelines and ideas of community tech accountability. I feel it very much works towards an overall good idealism needed at this time, and towards ideas of peace, open democracy, and not war that is needed. These things are needed at the local level. And that actually can work to help, to be a positive help for open dialogue and negotiation for all sides in Israel, Gaza, and the Middle East at this time as well. Thank you.
Paul?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to address the fact that you put on consent for rules an item that has to do with the retrofitting of thousands of apartments in the city. I think that topic needs more discussion rather than less, because of the impact that it's going to have on the community. I mean, there are people that are going to have to literally move out in order for the retrofit to happen, and then they can move back in. But I think we all know that once they move out, they're not going to be able to afford to move back in. And that's a serious issue. You're stacking too many items on the consent without having the articulation. Now, I agree with Vice Mayor Kamei's assessment that the reason why the threshold is $1 million Anything over $1 million, it has to be agendized as a regular item. Anything under $1 million can rightfully go to consent. And the reason for that is the public discussion that Vice Mayor Kamei referenced. It requires, but this isn't your money to do whatever it is that you want with it. It's mine because I'm a representative of the public. And so you work for me. It's not the other way around. I tell you what to do, and then you go do it. And so I think there needs to be a recalibration of the way that our government functions and works. And maybe just a basic civics lesson that you derive your powers from the consent of the governed, but the governed can't consent to anything if you keep putting it on consent. Thank you.
Back to the committee.
All right, thank you. And if someone's interested in commenting on the soft story retrofit project, this item is just to make sure that it appears on the work plan for CED. They'll be talking about it at one of their upcoming meetings. All right, do we have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
Second.
All right, let's vote. All right, that motion carries 4-0, so we are on to our open forum.
Paul?
Thank you. One of the things that I wanted to talk about that I didn't get a chance because my mic wasn't operating was the Hayes Mansion. Now, I was at the Historical Landmarks Commission meeting just recently, and I was rather surprised that how little the current owners know of the Hayes history and Mary Chenoweth. And so one of the key things that had come out, and they had asked me to recomment to affirm my research, is that E.A. Hayes, who we all know they owned the newspaper. They owned first they owned Sunsweet, then they owned the San Jose Mercury News, and E.A. Hayes was also a native son of a Golden West. And he was a main proponent and propagator using the San Jose Mercury News to support Japanese internment. And so it was somebody had asked me, like, if they heard me correctly, and then they wanted to know what the source of my research was. And so I was able to give it to them. But so what I'm asking for is two things. Number one, I want public access to the Hayes Mansion. I don't want to have to pay for a room there. I can't afford it. They don't take EBT cards there. So I can't afford to go there. But because they're getting a designation from the city, they want something from us. Well, we want something from them too. We want tours given every quarter of the mansion itself, that is going to be free and open to the public to discuss that history. Secondly, is that the history of the space be amended to reflect E.A. Hayes and his support of Japanese internment. Now, I have the documents. That's not a question. Question is, will this...
Blair?
Hi, Blair Beekman. Some national security questions can be difficult at this time, and to also note that there can always be ongoing issues of local crime. We need to also acknowledge that for the past few years, it seems violent crime may be going down significantly across many local California communities, including San Jose at this time. It should describe that current placement of surveillance technology within local cities and within local smart streetlight programs is already doing its job well. And from this, we have to begin to better consider as a full community process that we simply may not need very much new additional surveillance technology each year. San Jose, like many other cities in California at this time, is simply a recipient to receive much new surveillance and ALPR technology for their new smart streetlight program over the next few years. It is additional technology San Jose simply may not need, as we all want to continue to work towards open democracy and peace with current national security concerns. I hope these are ideas and conversations that can still have a more open and clear community dialogue in San Jose this November and December, if possible. These are guidelines, ideals, and concepts of community tech accountability that offer openness, good questions, dialogue, and peace and better reasoning at the local level that I feel can simply also be of help to all sides in Israel and Gaza at this time as well. Good luck to have open dialogue in our decision-making in the upcoming months. Thank you.
Back to the committee.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We are adjourned at 2:15 p.m.